Alright, so this is my second video on removing Berdan primed brass. Sorry. And my first video I demonstrated a couple of hydraulic methods that were only sporadically successful for me. For the other sites on YouTube that are referenced in that video, they had tremendous success using those methods, but for me, I was going to lose an inordinate amount of brass. Now that may be because this is military brass. Maybe that's the reason. If it was commercial, perhaps the primers wouldn't be so difficult to get out. But for me, I've been having difficult time. This is Radway green brass, I believe. I also have some Greek brass that I actually have quite a bit of that, both military loads. Anyway, I've had a difficult time using the hydraulic methods getting these particular brass cases deprimed. Well, I gave a lot of thought, and I looked some more videos, and I found one where a guy recommended using an awl, a punch awl, and a hammer. And he would take it, and if you look, you might be able to find the video. I don't know that I have a link to it right now, but I could probably look for it. And then he would take it, and in the side, he would get that and just pound it hard through the cup and into the sidewall of the cup, and then he'd be able to pry that out. For him, that worked like a charm. You watch his video, he just does one right after another. That's cool. But again, I tried that, and once I finally successfully removed the primer, it took a number of blows with the awl and the scratch awl and the hammer. So I finally got the primer out, and I thought, success! And pulled it out. Oh, good grief! Yeah, that's not quite what I'm looking for. I don't know how well you can see that, but the case mouth is all dinged up. Not only that, as I got looking, yeah, the case was all bent up too. So that method wasn't going to work so well for me either. Those primers on these things are, well, nearly impervious to damage, it seems. So I thought, and I thought, and I thought, what can I do? I came up with a solution. So we're going to move to another work area, and we'll start up again. Moment. Alright, so I've moved out into the garage. The light here isn't tremendous, but hopefully it's good enough. As you can probably deduce by looking at this, what I was thinking about the last method, if I could just get through the primer cup, then I can pry it out easy enough. The problem was actually punching through the primer cup. Now maybe I could have sharpened this more, but I didn't really have the tool to do that. Well, I guess I could, but that's, I guess, beside the point. The more I thought about it, I thought, why can't I just drill through the primer cup, just tiny hole, and then stick this through and pry it out. So let's give that a try. Do this carefully. You want to do it between the dent, the primer or the firing pin made, and then the case wall. And you want to be careful not to drill all the way through. Well, you want to drill through the cup, but you don't want to drill into the brass. But you want to also be careful to avoid the anvil. It's pretty obvious once you get through. But I still want to be careful. Alright, adjust the things. Let's start over. Because I don't want to destroy the brass. I don't want to damage the anvil. So let's line this up again. And here we go. I just was being cautious that I didn't drill too deep. And, okay, let's start over. That was damaging. I got too close to the brass, so let's do this over again. I think if I had better light, this would be better. Alright, that looks about right. So here we go. that was just... Huh. Alright, so this is giving me trouble. I've done this twice, but now I'm having some challenges. It's slipping into the dent. And I guess it's not altogether surprising that it would do that. But I guess part of the problem I have is if I could have drilled a hole that was exactly the same diameter as the brass, great. Not all brass is, of course, the same diameter. I tried to use some wood putty to fill it in. I only partially succeeded at that. And if that was a perfect fit, then we probably wouldn't be sliding. All right, let's try one more time. Like I said, I've done this successfully twice. I know that's not a tremendous sampling, but I feel better about this than the previous efforts that I've had. Maybe make a dent there. Turn that on. Yeah, that's the problem I'm running into now, is that the brass is slipping. Okay, well, clearly I got through that time. I did indeed. And pry that right out. There we go. I did get just no, I think I'm okay. So I've got the primer out. No real damage to the brass case. Do it one more time. I know this might be getting a little long because of the false starts that I had. Let's try it on this one again. Again, I hope I hope I'm not giving anybody nightmares who might be more experienced around power tools than I am. Huh. Felt like it went through, but it doesn't look like it did. One more try. Okay, now it's through. Hopefully I didn't make that look harder than it needs to be. Let's give it a little rap with the hammer. And pry. There we go. Okay, so that may seem laborious, it may not seem worth it to you, but that's an alternative method. I may want to try to refine this, see if I can't firm that up so it doesn't wiggle so much, find a way to do that. Maybe I can, well, I've already got some ideas running through my head. But that's 4 successful, no failures. I know statistic sampling, you might like more evidence. However, for me, that works. I've got 4 successfully deprimed brass with hundreds more to go. That may be time consuming. It may not be what you want to do. It is, but for me, I was raised not to waste, and this seemed like a perfectly good brass that could be reloaded. If only I could find a way to get those Berdan primers out. I already got 5,000 Berdan primers, so I had to find a way, and so that's my solution. Any suggestions? I'm willing to hear those, but that's what I'm planning on doing going forward to deprime my Berdan brass. There you have it. Thanks. Okay, quick follow-up. As soon as I signed off, I had a thought. I could jam a toothpick down there, maybe keep that case from wiggling around so much. So we give it a try. Not exactly high tech, but you know what? It was a quick idea. I just realized something. I believe this has shifted because all of a sudden I can't drill as deep as I used to. So I'm going to pause this and be right back. All right, here we go again. I've pulled that drill bit out a little further, so now I should be able to get through those. So something shifted, either the drill bit went up in or the platform lowered somehow, something, or even inside the block maybe. So here we go. Trying to get it into the same hole. There we go. So it's pretty obvious once you get through. You're just being careful not to hit the case wall or the primer pocket wall, whatever you want to call that. And pry that out. And voila. Number 5. All right. Thanks. I hope you found that helpful. And well, there you go.